What's going on? Welcome to Castle Sports Talk. My name's Mr. Junior. This is,
Zion.
that's my boy, my son, my prodigy, my apprentice, my protege. You feel me? And we out here for another episode of Castle Sports Talk. I look crazy. Okay, my lineup look crazy in this lighting. I, my lineup look crazy. Just put some lotion on so I don't look dry and gray. Put a little bit more. You feel me? And Zion, you looking good. How you feel?
Good.
Yeah. How was school today?
Good.
Your teacher told me you was locked in for math. How you feel about that?
Good.
That's what's up. Ready to make some picks for week 3?
Yeah.
All right. So what we're gonna do is do something for the first time we haven't done on Castle Sports Talk. We're gonna go through some injuries because the NFL is going wild with injuries right now. Like it's injuries galore. And with that knowledge, we're gonna make some informed decisions on the picks for winners and losers of week 3. You ready, Z?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right, bet. Say less. Let me see if I could share my screen real quick. Sorry, guys. I'm still new to this whole streaming stuff. I should have everything ready, but I don't. CBS, right, Zion?
Yeah, CBS.
All right, let's see if y'all can see. Yep, y'all can see. All right, so let's scroll up. You see Justin Herbert on the front page.
Yeah.
My boy's injured. We might see his. We're gonna see his game soon, and we might see him not play on Sunday. All right, game number 1. We are from Boston, also known as New England, and it's only right we start off with the Patriots at Jets. Thursday night game tomorrow. The Patriots are dealing with a bunch of people on the injury report, but I haven't heard of any big injuries that will be sure to miss. Neither am I the Jets. Aaron Rodgers is very old. He could get injured any second. Let's see what it says here. Mosley, he was a very good defensive player, is 50-50 for Thursday. Other than that, we don't see any big injuries. Who you got, Z? Patriots or Jets?
Jets.
Why?
One, they have very less injuries,
Mm-hmm.
and also the Patriots kind of suck.
Patriots kind of suck. Listen, we're probably living in an alternate universe, but the Patriots are playing good football. They beat the Bengals week 1, went to OT with the Seahawks. But I gotta go with you. I think the Jets are gonna win because Aaron Rodgers is only gonna get more comfortable in that system. Playing on his Achilles, he's gonna get more comfortable. And I think the Jets are just a better team because at the end of the day, the Patriots do kind of have a sucky roster, even though they overperformed for 2 weeks. Jermaine Johnson being out is a killer, but I think the Jets just have just a better team, and they're going to win on Thursday. We actually got to watch that. Since we're from Boston, we'll watch that, and we'll be cheering for the Patriots since we're from Boston. Just so y'all know, all right? We're not we're not Patriots haters, Boston team haters. I just love the Chargers. He loves the Vikings. We like the Patriots, okay? All right, Giants at Browns. Myles Garrett is dealing with an injury, but they're probably going to play. Again, another game with not too many injuries. Who you got, Z? The Giants at Browns.
Giants versus Browns. Myles Garrett's probably gonna play.
Myles Garrett's probably playing. Like I said, a lot of big name veterans are always on the injury report. Just because like they usually don't practice on Wednesdays because they're veterans. They need the rest and or just don't need the reps. I'll start off with this one. I'm gonna go with the Browns. Deshaun Watson is garbage, hot dumpster fire. But the whole Giants team is hot garbage dumpster fire. So is it either one bad quarterback with a good team or a bad quarterback with a bad team? I'm gonna go with the Browns, especially since the Browns are home playing in Cleveland at the Dog Pound or the Dog Hound. No, the Dog Pound, I think they call it. So I'm gonna go with the Browns. Who you guys see?
I'm also gonna go with the Browns because their offense and their quarterback might not be that good, but the Giants' offense really suck, and the Browns' offense is pretty good too. So I think the Browns would hold them to very little points, and they can get at least some more points than the Giants.
You bring up an interesting point because the Browns have a great defense. They could shut out the Giants in this one. They could shut out the Giants in this one. They could very well shut out the Giants in this one. So it might be like a 13-0 game. Like 13-0, just because Deshaun Watson sucks. But Browns have a great defense. We both agree again. Now it's starting to get interesting, okay? Jordan Love returned to practice, but he will be not playing. He probably won't play the next week either. Like it says here, his projection of return is 2 to 6 weeks. The fact that he's already at practice indicates that he's trending in the right direction, but he won't be back this week, at least. So Packers at Titans. Who you got, Z?
Packers has no injuries other than Tyjae Spears.
You mean the Titans?
Yeah, Titans.
Titans seem like they don't have any injuries. Their backup Tyjae Spears is probably not going to play, but Tony Pollard has been balling.
I think the Titans will win.
I think the Titans are going to win. Will Levis, he has that strong quarterback arm. He has he has the tools, right? But just terrible decisions have plagued them for the first 2 weeks of the season. But he's going to get a break playing against a quarterback that's worse, Malik Willis. Right? Malik Willis is he had a great week last week in his standards, right? Only like 120 yards, but people thought he was going to get like 50 yards, right? So the Packers are just not equipped to win this game. I personally like the Titans. I've drafted a lot of Will Levis this year, drafted a lot of Calvin Ridley, drafted a lot of Tony Pollard and Tyjae Spears. I think the Titans are going to come out on top in a big way. I think it's going to be like a 30 to like 14 game. I think the Titans are just going to show the world that Will Levis, when he doesn't make bad decisions, they're a good offense.
Yeah, because the Packers, they're two major parts of their offense is gone, Josh Jacobs and Jordan Love.
So is Josh Jacobs hurt?
Yeah.
Where you see that?
Josh Jacobs back.
Yeah, he's probably going to play. I haven't heard of anything. The boy had 32 carries last week. Give that boy a break on Wednesday. Don't let him practice. That boy had 32 carries, right? He's probably going to play, but he is on the injury report. Remember, people land on the injury report doesn't mean they're really injured, right? Let's look at the ones that are out. If it says a big OUT, out. If they got DNPs, then we could look at those. If it's just LPs, we're just going to ignore it. But the thing is, this website doesn't really show it, which is okay. Whatever. I know some more information is down, so I might have to, shed some light for them. Bears at Colts. Colts had a very disappointing week last week. Lost to the Packers. How did Anthony Richardson lose to Malik Willis? I don't know. Bears at Colts, but the Bears, they got some real problems on offense. Their offensive coordinator can't stop the blitz. Caleb Williams is making bad decisions out there, thinking it's still college, playing against college athletes. Nah, bro, you're playing against grown men, right? So he's having an adjustment period. Keenan Allen did not play last week. Roma Dunze played last week, but he shouldn't have. He was dealing with a knee injury. Roma Dunze did not look like his usual self. They're both probably going to miss the game next week. For that reason, I'm going to go the Colts over the Bears because I think Anthony Richardson is going to turn it around this week against the Bears, who just Colts looked bad last week, but I think the Bears are looking worse.
I also think the Colts are going to win because, like you said, Roma Dunze and Keenan Allen are going to be out, and Keenan Allen is going to be
that's huge.
It's a big part of the offense, and
huge.
Caleb Williams is pretty trash so far, and the Colts, their Week 2 game wasn't that good, but the Week 1 game against the Titans was not the Titans, the Texans was a really great game.
Yep.
And Anthony Richardson is also a really, really great quarterback.
Yeah, I think this is his week. This is the theme so far. Teams turning it around when they have the opportunity to. And I think this is another one of those situations. They got an opportunity against a bad team to turn it around after last week, and I think that's what they'll do. Let's pick up the pace. Texans at Vikings. What a matchup this is going to be. Joe Mixon's probably playing. Nico Collins is probably playing. Justin Jefferson is dealing with an injury. He did miss some snaps last week, but I think he's going to be ready to go. Aaron Jones was very limited last week. I think he missed last week. And he was very limited in practice this week. Jordan Addison missed last week. Vikings are just dealing with a lot of injuries. Dallas Turner did not practice. That's huge. I didn't know that. So Texans look like they're a healthier team than the Vikings, but the Vikings are 2-0. Who you got, Z? You get pick your team or go with the logic? Who? I'll start off.
Vikings.
You got Vikings?
Yeah, because one, I always thought Sam Donald will be suck this whole year, but now he's proven me wrong this whole 2 weeks, starting off 2-0.
And you think he's just gonna keep it going?
Yeah, I think he's gonna keep going through the whole season. And since Justin Jefferson, it says he's injured, but he's been playing really good even with that injury.
True. I'm gonna cut you off right there. I'm not cut you off, but yeah, I mean kind of cut you off, but you were done talking. The Vikings are playing confident with their defensive coordinator.
Oh, yeah,
CJ Stroud is playing confident. It's really an immovable object meets an unstoppable force.
Their defensive coordinator is a lunatic.
He's a lunatic. Blitzing, crazy schemes.
The week-to-week
game.
Tampa too was crazy.
The week-to-week game plan is just you can't predict what he's gonna do next. You know, like Zion said, they'll have a safety look like he's gonna blitz the edge and then have him run a deep zone to fulfill his Tampa 2 coverage. They had Brock Purdy in a blender last week. CJ started playing confident. And like I tried to cut you off, but I'm pausing because like it's just gonna be a great matchup. You know, they're two teams that are playing confidently. I think the Vikings are gonna pull it out because I think Brian Flores is gonna have something for CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud's playing confident, but he's only had like 19 games in his NFL career, and I think Brian Flores is gonna give him something he's never seen. He's gonna give him some coverages he's never seen. And I think CJ Stroud's gonna have trouble with that. All right, we're going to move forward. Eagles at Saints. If we look at the injury report, nothing that I know of players missing. A.J. Brown is hurt. I know that for a fact. He's dealing with an injury. He missed week 2. He might come back, and I think he will. I think the Eagles are going to take it. Saints are 2-0, which is the Cinderella story of the year, but I think with A.J. Brown coming back, Jalen Hurts still playing great. Devontae Smith still playing great. The defense has a lot of young stars. But I think it's A.J. Brown coming back to play week 3 that's going to propel the Eagles above the Saints. What do you think?
I think the Eagles are going to win too because A.J. Brown is, like you said, probably going to be coming back. And Saquon Barkley is playing amazing.
He's playing amazing. He looks great.
Devontae Smith is playing amazing. And Jalen Hurts playing amazing. Their defense is also amazing.
Yeah,
everything about them is amazing.
The Eagles on paper are really great. I think they're 1-1. They lost to the Falcons last week, but won week 1. But AJ Brown, man, he's gonna be a big part of that offense as long as he's on that team. And I think they're gonna beat the Saints. Chargers at Steelers. Chargers quarterback Justin Herbert missed Wednesday's practice as he is dealing with an ankle issue. Head coach Jim Harbaugh, who said prior to practice that Herbert is feeling much better, doesn't appear to be too concerned about his quarterback status for Sunday's game. LA Chargers fans everywhere, take a deep breath. All right. For the Steelers, Russell Wilson still dealing with his injury or whatever his injury is. You know what I mean? I put up quotations because it's like they're probably saying he's injured, so he's not embarrassed because even if he wasn't, I would still start Justin Fields because Russell Wilson's just cooked. He's too old. I got the Chargers.
Me too.
If Justin Herbert wins, I got the Chargers.
Steelers suck. They suck. They absolutely suck.
No. They don't suck. They're 2-0. But
in my opinion, in this game, they're going to suck.
They're not a good team. I wouldn't say they suck because they are 2-0. But they could very well be 0-2 because they don't have good quarterback. This is how they win games. Play a lot of defense and get field goals. Defense and field goals. Defense, they don't have firepower. So as a team like that, you're just very limited. You know what I mean? So I guess you could, in other words, you could say they suck. But they do have a great defense. But the Chargers have a great offensive line behind a great coach and a great quarterback, and I think they're gonna take this game easily. Broncos at Buccaneers. We're gonna skip this injury report because this game doesn't fucking matter. Okay, they could email us the results of this game, and we don't care, right? We don't need to watch it. They could just email us the results and save us some time. Broncos are abysmal, terrible team. Sean Payton is not looking like a very good coach right now with the way he built this team, with the players he drafted, and just his play calling. Looking terrible. Buccaneers are going to win this by 1 billion points. Panthers at Raiders. We are going to again skip this. Raiders had a great week last week and beat the Ravens, but the Panthers are abysmal. But Bryce Young isn't injured. But guess what? He's not playing week 3. Bench. They're benching Bryce Young. Yo, this dude could not throw. He could not throw 5 yards above the line of scrimmage because everything he doing wasn't working. So he's throwing everything short. That's how limited he makes this team. Andy Dalton will start. And it's Andy Dalton, right? The Raiders are going to win. If they just beat the Ravens, they're going to freaking beat the Panthers. Dolphins at Seahawks. I don't know why it says TBA, but Dolphins obviously have Tua, who hit the IR. I don't know who's going to start at quarterback. I'm going to go with the Seahawks because we don't know who's going to start at quarterback for the Dolphins. At least I don't know. It's going to be a backup guy off the streets, maybe. Either a backup or a guy off the streets. Definitely probably not a guy off the street. They might sign a guy off the streets and have him back up and then start the backup. But I got the Seahawks because they beat the Patriots week 2. I forget who they played week 1, but they won. They're 2-0. Offense looks great. Jackson Smith and Jigba and DK Metcalf are the first Seahawks player ever to get 10 catches and over 100 yards in one game, which is surprising because they've had a lot of great receivers in their team's history. Yeah, who you got with Tua out?
I don't know why, but my guts are telling me to pick the Dolphins.
You love the Dolphins. You love Hill. They still got Tyreek Hill. Still got Jalen Waddle. Still got Devon Achane. Still got Jalen Ramsey. Raheem Mostert. So you're thinking they got enough firepower to beat the Seahawks.
Yeah, even with like a backup bad quarterback, he still has Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Devon Achane, Raheem Mostert, and the defense too, including Jalen Ramsey.
We got a couple more games left. Let's pick up the pace. Ravens at Cowboys. This is going to be a good game. Ravens desperately need a win. They are too good to be 0-2. Cowboys, I still don't know what to think of them. Let's see the injuries. Oh, the Ravens are dealing with so many injuries. It's not even funny. Their offensive line is dealing with so many injuries. What are they going to do with their offensive line? Looks like Nate Wiggins is dealing with a concussion. He could very well miss the game. Kyle Hamilton.
Neck and concussion?
Yeah, Kyle Hamilton, one of their best defensive players, dealing with an injury.
Oh my God, Trevon Diggs and CD, man.
Dude, but I told you, those are just.
I know.
They're just on the injury report. Right? So I'm pretty sure these two guys are going to play, as far as I know. There's no real concern regarding Lamb and Diggs' statuses. Exactly. Right? It answers the question for us. So who you got? Tough one. I'm going to start it off. I'm going to go Ravens. I just don't think they're going to go 0-3. Lamar Jackson 0-3. I think he'd eat 20,000 nails before he lets his team go 0-3. I think this dude would what's something crazy. I don't know.
Eat 5 billion snakes, 5 billion foot before he lets his team.
This dude would drag his ass against 120-degree weather, concrete, bare ass for 3 blocks before he lets his team go 0-3. All right, who you guys on? Same. Cowboys are a great team, great quarterback, great receiver in CeeDee Lamb. But I don't think the Ravens are going 0-3. 49ers at Rams. Rams have a terrible offensive line too, dealing with so many injuries. Puka's out for the next 5 to 7 weeks. Cooper Kupp is out probably this week and maybe for 2 to 3 weeks. All they really have is Kyron Williams, and Matthew Stafford is literally too old to not be dealing with an injury. I got the 49ers. They're fucking beasts.
Same, because they will same.
Wait. I forgot to tell you, Deebo Samuel's not playing.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Deebo Samuel's out, but they still have Brandon Ayuk, and they still have Brock Purdy.
Christian McCaffrey's out too. He's on the IR.
But their backup's doing pretty good too.
Jordan Mason.
Yeah, Jordan Mason's doing pretty good.
Jordan Mason's balling.
And they still have Brock Purdy, and
you like Brock Purdy?
Yeah, I love Brock Purdy, and he brought his team to a Super Bowl, last year, and another Super Bowl. I forgot how many years ago. And he was drafted at the very actual last pick of the whole entire draft.
Brock Purdy is one of my son's favorite players.
Oh, and they also have a great defense.
They have an amazing defense, led by Fred Warner. Yep, 49ers. Trent Williams, I'm not sure if he's dealing with an injury, but they just signed him, so he should be playing. I was looking ahead to the Lions at Cardinals. This is going to be my game of the week. Cardinals are balling defensively and offensively. Lions are a great team. Oh, man, this is going to be a great game. I'm going to go. I got money on the Lions to win the division. So I'm going to go with the Lions because I got money for them to win the division, and I really can't afford for them to go 1-2. All right. But who do I think is going to win? I think the Cardinals are going to win because they're home. MHJ, Marvin Harrison Jr. I think he's going to get another 2 touchdowns. That boy's a beast. I think the Cardinals are going to win, but I just hope the Lions win. Who you got? Hurry up.
The Lions.
Cool. I agree. Well, I kind of don't agree, but I hope you're right. Chiefs at Falcons. Falcons just beat the Eagles last week. Kirk Cousins had a good bounce back week 2. Let's look at the injuries. Nothing that I know of for the Falcons. But the Chiefs just lost Isaiah Pacheco. Marquise Hollywood Brown just hit the IR officially. You see, even here it doesn't say Tua's backup. Who's his backup? The Chiefs are dealing with a lot of injuries. I'm going to go with the Falcons winning. Chiefs barely squeaked out 2 wins in back-to-back weeks. I think their luck's going to run out. God, I hope their luck runs out, please. And I think the Falcons are going to take this, having an impressive week 2 with a win over the Eagles.
If the Chiefs refs continue what they're already doing, they're going to win. But I want the Falcons to win.
Man, like, how much are the Chiefs paying the refs?
I think the refs are getting paid like $500 million to be on their team.
Yo, Patrick Mahomes might as well marry one of the refs because they giving him rings.
and the refs are getting extra paid, especially for the Swifties.
Jaguars are Bills. Jaguars looked terrible last week. They looked abysmal. Like they couldn't do anything on offense. Bills looked good last week. I'm going to go with the Bills.
Same because I remember. Last week they blown out the Dolphins, and I did not expect that. I expected it to be so much closer game than it is. It was 31-10.
And they blew them out. So the Bills had an impressive week 2. And I think the Bills are going to continue their dominance. Commanders at Bengals, Monday Night Football. Bengals are a good team. Commanders are not. Simple as that. They beat the Giants last week, but the Giants are boo-boo. So I got the Bengals winning. Joe Burrow's injury, by the way. You know, week 1, they said he couldn't pick up a water bottle, but week 2 looked great. Look like that wrist isn't a concern. So other than that, I don't think. Oh, yeah, you good, bro?
It felt like my shoulder got stabbed by a nail.
You want some other stuff, but T. Higgins is also missing. Other than that, I'm not aware of any injuries. You sure you good?
Yeah.
Is that from playing football earlier?
No, it was right now.
Just randomly?
Yeah.
Oh, because this thing probably?
Yeah, probably.
Oh. So yeah, the Bengals are missing T. Higgins, and Joe Burrow seems fully healthy. Not fully healthy. He seems good. So I got the Bengals beating a bad team, the Commanders. Who you got?
Bengals. Because Joe Burrow, amazing. Jamar Chase. They still have Jamar Chase.
Still got Chase.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know if it was Zach Moss or Chase Brown, but their running back was doing really good.
The Bengals?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have Chase Brown and Zach Moss, but I'm not sure what they did last week. But those are two good running backs. They got a good team. Commanders don't. So let's see how our picks play out. We'll make another video for week 4. Let me stop sharing. We're gonna make a video for week 4, going over our picks and how we did, and then we'll make new picks for week 4. Until then, take care. Stick to the books, kids. Adults, be the best people you could be, the best parents you could be, the best leaders you can be. Right on time. I gotta get that alarm. All right, bye guys. See y'all later. Say peace out.
Peace.